I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to all across the Delaware Valley, live from the Xfinity Studios. This is the Anthony Gargano Show, coming to you live. Oh, my God. It has now gotten frightening. We have entered the haunted house. Halloween is early this year. So we exit hell, which is Citi Field, and now we stare up at just a 4-game lead over the Mets. We look up, the Brewers, and now the Dodgers have surpassed the Phillies. Phillies now the third best record in the National League, and it's going to set forth a bumpy September. Can they rally? Now, the silver lining or the good thing is that it's not happening at the end of September, right? It's not happening. Like, there's still plenty of time to kind of get magic, get your own magic. I know the Mets have the black magic, but there's still time to kind of generate your own. But this is my worst fear. This was my fear on Monday when I was the Cosmudgeon. This was my fear realized, that going into it, not having Wheeler to calm things down, this is the scary piece. Now let's look, this team's legacy is now on the line over the next month. I mean, Bryce and Schwarbs, JT, Turner, like this group, the legacy's on the line this month. Like, you got to win the division. You at least want one of the two buys, but you at least, at the very least, you got to win the division. You're up 4. Here are your upcoming series. Braves at home for 4. Now, the Braves have put up double-digit runs in both the last 2 games against the Marlins. It's Nola tonight. Now, Nola has had great outings against Atlanta. Like, great outings. You're back at home. You got to be able to take this series. Like, you got to at least win 3 out of 4 in this series. And the Braves are a little healthier. Cuna's back. Albies is starting to hit. Their bats come alive the last couple days. You got to be able to win this series. After Atlanta, you're on to Miami. You're at Milwaukee, and you know it doesn't get more magic than at Milwaukee because it's been their season. They just don't lose. Even their little recent hiccup isn't a bad hiccup. It's not even below 500. So you're at Milwaukee, then you're at Miami, and look, you know, I mean, the Phillies should be able to handle the Marlins. I know they're pesky. And then it's the showdown, right? It's the showdown. It's Mets come here for 4, and it's their chance to answer back. It's their chance to flex and go, well, that may be Citi Field may be the portal to hell, but we're in baseball heaven. And that's got to be the rallying cry. Those 4 against the Mets. And then you got Kansas City. And then you got at the Dodgers, which is going to be tough, at Arizona. And then you get the break at the end, which is the Marlins at home and the Twins at home. Twins dead team. So you got a favorable last 3 series at Arizona, who's dead, home Marlins, home Twins. But let's see. This was a lost 3 days. They were outscored 25-8. Their pitching gave up 38 hits in 3 games. 38 hits in 3 games. They were abysmal with runners in scoring position, 3 for 21. Like, the numbers are ugly. And they got to figure out how to shed it. You got to, if there's any time, and I talk about this to my kid all the time, to my boys, and I tell them about sports. And the greatest gift to an athlete are those that can just turn the page, that have no memory. You can't have a memory. And this club just has to flush these last 3 days, and they got to rally at home. It's a big, big moment for them, because you can't get pushed into some sort of tailspin. Not now. Good morning, VG.
What's up, brother? Yikes, yikes, yikes. I mean, you got to try and put it into context, all right? I guess
I just did.
I know. I'm for me as a fan. I'm taking it in the moment, in the now. It's 3 games. It's one series. It's 3 games. This is not new. This has been going on for a couple of years, but I got to forget about the last years. This is it. 3 games. Still 6-4 in their last 10. Still a 4-game lead. And they're coming home to the Braves. The Braves are playing a little better, but they're not a good team right now. I mean, they're getting healthier, but this is it. Nola's on the mound. This is the 3rd game back for Nola. Let's see what he's got. He doesn't do great against the Braves historically.
Well, he's had a couple. It's amazing because he's had some great outings against Atlanta.
Yeah.
And he's also gotten beat up.
Yeah. We got Cal Quantrill on the mound.
Right. Who you
some of
hit.
the Phillies beat him up. Bader crushes him.
Yeah.
A lot of home runs. I think he's got like 7 home runs against him. So
Quantrill's been at it for a minute.
Yeah.
And he stinks. And,
yeah. So,
but
this will be it. They really could have used a day off. They could have used a travel day.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
This is such a big part of the schedule, because 4 with Atlanta, then Milwaukee,
yeah, tough,
then Miami, and then the Mets. Right?
Yeah.
This should shape.
And the Royals are pesky. Dodgers are good.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to you got to get out of this spin. You got to get out of your head, because it's not like you said, it's not a full-fledged tailspin, because they are 6-4 in their last 10. And it felt like yesterday, that series in which they dominated a great Seattle team.
Crushed that Seattle team.
And that's a really great lineup. And
so it's possible. I mean,
that's what I told you.
Yeah.
Like, you have time to create your own magic. But look, this is, you're getting towards winter. And when I say winter, I mean it's the line in winter, right? Like the end of this core.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're approaching the end of their core.
Yeah.
Like, you're an older group, and this is a big year. I don't know what you got left together. And this group needs it. It needs to rebound. It needs to find something so they can create some sort of run in October.
Yeah, I would expect big changes this offseason if they don't make a run.
If they don't, it's you got
from everywhere.
I mean, we were talking about
top down.
We were talking about it before that. You probably should have made more changes. Dombrowski should have made more changes coming into the season, like in an Eagles move. Where I remember having this talk with Howie, like, you got to sometimes change it up, like with a core person.
Yeah, there's something that tells me, though. Well, I mean, they tried to get rid of Bohm. Nobody wanted him. Nobody probably wanted Castellanos.
But sometimes you almost, even if you're addition or by subtraction in some sense, like the idea that we're making a major change.
Yeah, I think
maybe you have to meet, like if you would ate some of Castellanos' salary, you could have moved him.
It felt like they were just coming in status quo. And I think Dombrowski was told not to spend a lot of money. We're going status quo, and then we'll make adjustments. That's what they did. But I'm struggling with, a part of me wants to panic, and I'm like, that's overreacting right now. Like, it's 3 games. It's one series. They have this, I like Field of Screams, someone called it.
Field of Screams?
Yeah, I heard someone say that.
That's awesome.
Right? Like,
yeah, I like that a lot.
Field of Screams for them. And it's just, you got to just think, it's just this weird thing in the solar system. They just have a problem there. Let's move on. If they finished right now, the standings where they were, they played the Mets in the playoffs.
I know.
So that can't happen.
But believe me, I know.
Right.
I know.
So
no, you listen, I feel you, my biggest concern. It was my concern Monday coming into the series, and I didn't think they would get swept. Right? I didn't
Nah,
think
that felt like worst case scenario.
Right.
I mean,
I
obviously.
thought, you're down, you lose 2 or 3, and that's kind of how it would work. But honestly, my biggest fear goes back to Wheeler as a calming force. Not so much as against the Mets, because I know you give me numbers or whatever. I'm just talking about having to rely on him to calm things down. Like they were agitated during that series. Luzardo, and look, the reasons, the home plate umpire was awful. I get it. But they seemed agitated. And that's not who they are.
The ballpark's in their head. I don't care what what Topper's saying. The ballpark is in their head.
But here's the thing.
He can't be pulling out. He's talking about
say that.
He's talking about numbers and bad streaks against bad teams from like 05 with the Yankees and stuff. Like,
but listen, he's got to take that route. Like when people go, I heard, I guess it was Mike Barkan. I was watching the post-game live, and he was like, "Oh, he's Andy Reid." Well,
in what sense?
In that he backs his players.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
But my point is, what do you want him to do? Like, histrionics aren't going to work. You don't go dance naked on your desk saying, "Oh my God, this is hard." That doesn't work. Like that is not the tack to take. If you're Rob Thompson, you have to take this. You got to take this road of, I got my players back. Listen, it's an anomaly. I've seen it a million times, right? Bad teams, for some reason, play good teams, and it is what it is. Yeah. And that's why he's doing that.
Yeah, I know. You're saying it is. It is the building right now. It's just like, all right, there's something weird going on with this building, and now we got to get past it. We will. We're a good team. We got a good guy, good bats, and good players. We'll get past it. But don't tell me it's not the building. It's the building right now.
Okay, but again, he's not doing it to piss you off.
No,
he's
I
doing
know.
it because
I'm not pissed.
Like no, but he can't say it's the building, because if he says it's the building, then you play them. Well, like you're setting yourself up.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't do that. I know we as fans want validation for both good and bad of what we see. But the manager or the coach can't do that. Like I used to always go, what does Andy Reid have to gain by ripping his players?
Yeah.
You just lose them.
Yeah, if you rip them in the locker room.
Like back in the day when it was a hard-ass world and you know the coach would rip the player.
Oh, those good old days.
Right? Like that was the culture. That's not the culture now.
No.
You start ripping your players, you lose your team like that.
They just gotta
in the press. Behind closed doors is when you yell at them.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the press, you have to have their back.
But what's the answer, man? Like, as someone who's covered baseball forever, when you got a team that they just can't play at a ballpark, I don't know you just got to get lucky one day and break through this. Like, what's the answer to this? How do you even attack this strategically as a manager?
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're hoping just to get something to snap them out of it.
Again, I don't know if you take them there and like I would almost take them up in an off day and like
go see a game. It was like a field trip. They will go up and sit in the bleachers.
Just do something out of the
other teams win here. Yeah. We can do this too.
Fun. And the Phillies are here sitting in the
400. They're in the 400 left.
Full popcorn, having hot dogs.
The entire team's here.
But honestly, you can't buy into it. You can't let them know. Everybody knows the deal.
Yeah.
But you can't say it out loud. Like you got to act like it's just not like, listen, guys, whatever. So we lost in August. Who gives a rat's ass we lost in August?
Why was Castellanos out there? You got a right-handed kid pitching. Like, he's struggling. I thought for sure he would not be out there last night.
Well, would you want Marsh and Bader in the lineup?
Yeah.
I mean, Marsh doesn't.
Well, he hits right. He's, better than Nick is doing right now.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get Nick out of. He needs Castellanos to give you anything. He's horrible right now. I told you that kid was good. That kid is nasty, man.
He's got stuff, but there'll be a book on him soon. We'll see.
I
can't
actually
go
think
with
he's
you right
legitimate.
now and be like, oh, I'm going to just phenom in the Mets for the next 10 years. I got to deal with. I'm not ready to process that either right now.
Like, listen, I don't want that either, but I'm just called the way I say it. Like,
No, I
as a
know.
fan of pitching and a fan of the sport, I watched this kid before throw, and the older I get, the more fascinated I am about talent and how kids are at different levels. We had a scrimmage last night, and we were in Belmar, and there was a kid who was 12 years old. It wasn't against us. It was on another field, adjacent field. And there was a kid who they told me he was 12 years old. He looked like BG. I mean, this kid was a monster. He had to be 6'4", 300. Like, or 280.
Full beard.
280. I'm like, there's no way this kid's 12. There's no way. And I'm watching him, like, and he doesn't know they have a defensive tackle. And I'm like, how do you block this kid? Like, it was unbelievable. Anyway, like, I love seeing kids that are at different stages. And I stumbled on to watching him because, obviously I keep an eye on the Mets. I'm like, oh, I can't stand them. We're, hoping. And I'm watching this kid pitch. I'm like, this freaking kid's good. His changeup is nasty. He can spin it. He knows how to change speeds. And he could spin it really well. But, I mean, I know we don't want to hear about it. I don't really want to hear about it either. But you got to get out of this thing.
Someone mentioned in the chat yesterday that bringing Painter up right now would smell like desperation.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think it's not about desperation. I think you need to go to a 6-man rotation.
What if the kid comes up and he stinks?
Okay, well, then he stinks. I got to say it. I mean, what if? I still got to deal with Taiwan every 5 days. Taiwan stinks. All right,
No, obviously.
I know that he had some guile through things. I mean, he has been lucky that it hasn't been an avalanche on him. I mean, I need to see what the kid has. I mean, desperation, that's ridiculous. You need to see what he has now because you need to have him go through multiple starts in case you need to use him in the playoffs.
I feel like also we haven't had so much discussion about tipping pitches. Jason Stark was out yesterday saying he thinks the Mets got something on the Phil's rotation and bullpen.
I mean, look, we saw Alonso get the bat head around Duran. So would that shock me? No. I mean,
I'm so irritated.
But
the last thing we all needed was this
straight
Mets
hits
series
against Duran. I mean, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's weird. Of course, it's the Mets.
So I could see that. I could see where Jason would be saying that.
It feels like have they changed something up this year? I don't remember any rotation ever have questions about tipping pitches so much. It's like the fourth or fifth time it's come up this year.
Well, because of Luzardo and what was happening with Luzardo. That was a big deal.
Yeah. Then I feel like it was someone out of the bullpen. I don't know. Just feels like it's everywhere this year.
I know, dude. Listen, this last 3 days.
I mean, Steve Carlton could have pitched last night. I mean, they're not there. 0 runs, 7, 8, 9 hitters are 0 for 9.
But here's the crux of the matter is I'm worried about everything. No, there's nothing that that I have ease with, like the lineup. If Schwarber doesn't hit, and look, he's mortal. He's going to go through a slump. But if Schwarber doesn't hit, they don't score.
It's the same.
I know they hit the 5 spot because of the Bader home run, but they don't generate a threat. Like they need Schwarber needs to hit for them to be.
But you can say that about every team in the league.
No, you can't.
If Ohtani doesn't hit, the Dodgers are in a funk.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
no. Will Smith, Betts, Hernandez.
Betts has had a bad year, so is Hernandez.
He's still a terrific ball player. Like he still has a back of a baseball card. They still have Teoscar.
We have Trey. We have Bryce.
Come on,
Trey Turner's not like.
Yeah, I like Trey Turner, but the Dodgers have a lineup that's lengthened, like Muncy. Like they have guys. They have more guys than the Phillies do. The Phillies have 3 guys: Turner, Schwarber, and Harper that you can count on. And if Schwarber, who's your only power source, isn't hitting, they don't score. They scored 8 runs this
No,
series.
I hear
They're
what
5-1.
you're saying, but when I look around the league and when Otani is going through a
but
5 or
that's
6 game stretch, the Dodgers aren't scoring runs, and when Judge
I
is in
disagree.
blast, then the Yankees aren't scoring runs.
Stanton just came back and he's hitting a bunch of home runs. Chisholm will hit home runs. Grisham will set the will set the lineup. This lineup is not as good as those other lineups.
I'm just saying that if you take Judge out of that lineup, that whole lineup's not as productive.
Okay, well, if you
And it's the same as here.
but the lineup, they're more equipped to handle a Judge slump. Judge has been slumping. Judge actually has been slumping over the last week, and they're still scoring runs. These other teams have enough around them to make up for that.
Well, we should Harper and Trey
You got 3 guys
and
again.
JT.
Oh, come on. Listen, whatever you get out of JT at the plate is a bonus. And he'll go through a streak, but you can't count on him. And then after that, what do you
I
have?
mean, you can't. You count on Grisham. I mean, yeah, he's having a good season this year.
Your best leadoff, yes. Come on.
I don't know. I feel like when I look around the league, everyone's going through what the Phillies are going through. It feels exacerbated because it's the Mets and everything we went through last year.
I don't know what you're looking at because I watched the league. I obsess.
There's
over
no
it, so.
consistent team. Every team's been inconsistent. They have stretches where they don't score and they go through like 10
Part of it
games.
is baseball's baseball. But
Yeah.
this lineup, you have to admit that this lineup has been like that for years.
Well, yeah, it's top heavy. We've been waiting forever for the
You're whistling
daycare.
through the graveyard. I get it.
What am I saying? I'm saying
No, but this lineup is way less. It's not equipped like other teams to withstand a Schwarber drought. It's not. Bryce doesn't hit for a lot of power anymore. I mean, maybe that'll come. Whatever. Bryce is money. I can always count on Bryce for money.
Right.
Turner's had a great year, but after that, it's so spotty. Who do you count on? 4 through 9 that can help you or carry you.
5 through 9. I still think Bohm's not going to hit for power, but he's getting on base and he hits.
I don't care about that. Stop. You cleanup hitter. Stop. Are you kidding me? Bohm?
He shouldn't be hitting cleanup.
Come on. That's ridiculous. Epps.
I like Epps. Feel good.
Yeah.
It's an adult back there,
Right.
helping out in the safety.
Yes. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, a vet.
You get
yeah.
Epps.
Yes.
Yes.
Feel a lot better now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. We are 1 week away from the start of the Birds.
Start of it all, man.
Eagles,
Football.
Cowboys.
Now I'm with you. Now the summer's pretty much gone, so now I'm with you. Let's go.
How great is that? You kidding me? Eagles, Cowboys, 1 week from tonight. Yes. All right.
Dude.
Lots to get to. Pat McClune from the editor's desk. And then, of course, Kevin Negandhi, our hometown hero. We love Kevin. Big college football discussion today. Kicks off
It's a
tonight.
loaded weekend.
Nebraska.
Well, Nebraska's tonight.
Yes.
Oh, man.
My boy. Rule. I'm excited.
See what the line on that is.
Yeah.
Fill that up.
Looking forward to it. They're playing Cincinnati from Arrowhead. Real football. Real good college football.
In Arrowhead?
Yeah, they're playing Arrowhead.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, lots to get to. Let's take care of some of business. All right. How about we talk a little bit about Cherry Hill Kia? Yes. You're looking for amazing deals, super low prices, and super low payments. Kia of Cherry Hill's the place to be. So that's my man Bill that runs Kia of Cherry Hill, a Charlie Folk auto dealership. So here's the deal. Look at this lot. They have over 450 new Kias to choose from. Over 40 Tellurides in stock. Over 100 Sportages. Over 35 Carnivals. Over 75 Celtos. And over 80 Souls. A new Soul will make VG feel good. I think he needs a new Soul.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Drive around with some White Snake in that soul.
Yeah, baby. It's amazing. Kia, among the hottest automotive brands in the country for a reason. 7 of their models received the 2025 Car and Driver Choice Awards, which is amazing considering there are more than 450 models tested. All right? Only 20 models received this award, and Kia got 7 of them. Drive home your new Kia today, just minutes from all bridges, available online 24/7, KiaofCherryHill.com. You come in today. Listen, Bill's going to give you the cuz discount. Take great care of you. You take a test drive. He'll feed you for lunch on them, restaurant.com, $100restaurant.com gift card. Go just check them out. Go look at a lot. Great deals. You'll get the cuz discount. It's a folk auto dealership, so you know you're going to get the best customer service out there. All right? Now, I know people buy Kias elsewhere, but I just don't know why. No.
I know what else I don't know why. Why do people try to fix stuff around their house themselves?
Yeah.
Nightmare. You always make, if you're like me, you always make it worse, or you dread it and you don't get to it. So, like if you've got an outlet or a faucet you said you'd fix last fall, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got people for that, because now they're not just the helpful hardware folks, they're also the helpful home service and repair folks. From plumbing and electric to heating and cooling, they've got trusted pros to keep that house of yours humming all year long. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful you love from the store now to your front door, from Philly all the way down to that Jersey Shore. Ace Hardware Home Services, they bring experience. They got local plumbers and techs that handle everything from repairs and seasonal maintenance to installations and upgrades. They bring understanding, listen to your goals, and they're never done until you're totally satisfied. They give you some time to focus on things you like to do, some hobbies. And they give you free estimates on equipment installations and replacement with trusted pros. And they'll work with your budget. Make sure you're totally cool with everything. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're also local. Their teams live and serve in the community and dedicated to keeping their neighbors comfortable in their own homes. So don't wait. Don't try it on your own. Visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com and get started on that next home repair project.
Ace
Place now at your front door.
I love it.
I see the trucks all over my neighborhood.
Yeah. All right. It's time for the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
All right, on the Xfinity mobile guest line, the editor. Good morning, Mr. Editor.
Good morning, Anthony. How are you? Let me tell you something. I've been
Football
watching
happy.
all week. Ron Shelton, Jeremiah, Archbishop Carroll basketball standout, local legend, Brad Inglesby. That's quite a lineup. What day is Scorsese going to be on the show next week?
Thank you, my brother. It was a lot of fun because it's a great week to do it, as before all the fun starts with football. So I thought it was a lot of fun, a lot of interesting stuff, and stuff that we love, right? Sports movies and Philadelphia shows, and we love that stuff.
And Brad's the ultimate trump card. He's from a big basketball family, the Inglesbys, the Hastings, the Cardins, and he was kind of in the backdrop, pretty good player, but he kind of trumped them all, man. He's really something. I can't wait to watch that task. That's going to be great.
I know. It looks fantastic, man. I can't wait, too. It looks great.
Yeah.
So listen, before we get into everything in the headlines, you as a veteran of Philadelphia sports, we need you here because after these last 3 games against the Mets, you've seen it all right? How can you help the fans?
Well, everything's so immediate related. I just fall back on the fact it's a long season. It was only a couple days ago that they were whacking the ball and playing really well. It's hard to overlook how goofy that series was because it seemed like every game, and hey, I set this up so my Phillies item is going to purposely not go over this for the fans, but it did seem like every game there was that one inning where it just seemed like they just lost their minds. So, it's not a rookie club. It's not, they got veterans. They got guys that'll bounce back. it's all there for the Mets to come in and do something in Philadelphia. I don't expect that will happen. And all the Phillies had to do was win one of those three, and we wouldn't really be talking about it right now. And they didn't. So what I would tell the Phillies fans is that Nebraska-Cincinnati's on at 9 o'clock. If you're getting aggravated tonight, and the Birds are a week from today, but the Phillies, the Phillies will get there. They'll get there, and we're going to be. The worries are going to be back about trying to do it without Wheeler rather than what they're going to do against the Mets. And the Mets. It's not like the Mets are the Brewers right now either, Anthony. The Mets did it to them in Citi Field, but the Mets' record since the All-Star break's been pretty abysmal. So people got to think about that for a minute. There's a very good chance you could be sitting there on Monday or Tuesday of next week, and the Phillies are back up 6 because they win a few games, and the Mets.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah, Pat.
This is a veteran.
Woo.
Right? This is someone
Feel better.
that has seen it all, and he has seen these moments.
Yes, this is what we needed out of Steaks yesterday, and he brought nothing. This is it, Pat. Yes, this is what we needed.
He brought nothing.
Come on, Steaks. He was a downer yesterday.
Believe me. But yeah, no sense. Let's put that one in the past, boys.
Yes.
All right, I like it. All right, let's get to the headlines.
Okay, well, here's what we got, guys. Very, very cognizant of that little green thing below me here, and that 7 days. So we got to go double Eagles, right? And we do have a Phillies item. And we do have a college football item, although I defer to greatness. You're going to have a great second hour. People want to stay tuned for Kevin Negandhi. And I also, for the first time in a while, have a Sixers item.
Wow. All right.
Oh, man.
Let's lead with the Sixers. Let's lead with a little 10-9-8
76ers.
Yeah.
The headline on that is Grimes and Punishment. Okay? And, what is going on here? I guess in some ways it's good that it's been a quiet off season, but I think it's been a quiet off season because people just want to put it in their rearview mirror. And the biggest thing for the Sixers is re-signing this Quentin Grimes. And it's getting annoying. It's starting to really grind on. I guess that they thought that was going to happen. We're getting real close to a month before training camp, and the guy's not signed. I see it from both teams, both perspectives. The Sixers have been too quick to throw a little money at everybody left and right, and they don't have to do that with Grimes. And we're not talking about Elgin Baylor here, guys. We're talking about Quentin Grimes. And, I like what I saw, but he was a guy that was getting traded. He was on his 4th team. I know he dropped 44 and 46. What I like about him as it relates to the Sixers is he's 6'5", and you can put him in a backcourt with the other guys, and he's a better than average defender, and the Sixers need that when you have Maxey and McCain on the court. But he's sitting there, and the options are he could bet on himself, which I think would be wild. He bets on himself and he takes the 1 year at $8.7 million and becomes an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. And then he'd really have to light it up for the Sixers to get that big market going in the NBA. But the Sixers aren't going to pay him $30 million. They're just not going to do it. And there's a lot of reasons not to do that, but they got to get something done because they've already let Yabusele roll because that was their signal that they're going to get Grimes done. So, I listened to Derek and Devon, and they're all over it. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't think you can go crazy with another bad contract. Listen, he's a nice player. I agree. Everything you just said. Got size, right? Like he's a willing defender. Like there's things to like about him. My only fear with him is that he's one of these kids that puts up big numbers on a bad team. I remember like those games, watching those games, going, ugh, like look who's on the floor, right? And listen, it's like akin to dominating AAA, right? Like, all right, like you're not going to do it when it matters. Like, close your eyes. Is Quentin Grimes a playoff player? I don't know, maybe, but I'm not sure or sure enough that I would give him big dollars.
Right. And I think what we're looking at is the Sixers potentially could have 4 big guards and then nothing else if the other guys aren't hurt. And the other thing I get a kick out of on the Sixers this year is everybody's kind of patting on the back that Paul George is the last of the Mohicans. Now that John Wall's retired, he's the last man standing out of the draft. And my feeling is, why would you have gone after a guy that's going to be the last man standing in a draft? So I don't know. I'm just going to relax and let them throw the ball up, and we'll see what we have there. But Grimes is about
I think this could be the least look forward to season that for me since pre-process.
Yep, I'll tell you, we've been at it a long time. I've been at it longer than you guys. But honestly, we talked about it last season. In my opinion, of the 4 teams, there was never one season that the fan base was more disgusted with one team than with that Sixers team.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you go back to those Fred Carter 9-73 Sixers teams, there was a lovable aspect to them. And you knew that they just weren't good enough.
Yeah.
So
anyway, no, I'm with you.
Just like the Phillies, better to move on from the Sixers to the next 4.
All right. Let's get our Phillies item out of the way.
Okay. And like I said,
out of the way now. Well, listen, we spent the first 20 minutes on this
peeing all over the Phillies now. Let's get the Phillies out of the way.
Well,
They're in first place.
I need happiness for a second.
Lead in first place.
I need happiness.
Now, hold on there, VG. Hold on, VG. In Anthony's defense, it's a week before the Eagles season, and we're a quarter of the way through the show, and we've talked more Phillies than Eagles. That's not right. That ain't right.
You back.
Don't encourage him, Pat. Don't
I'm
encourage
usually
him.
with you, VG. We like to tweak the big
father.
I thought you were going there for a second.
All right. So what I thought I'd do with the Phillies is just have a little conversation. Our headline on the Phillies is the Philadelphia hate rankings. Okay. And I'm going to put mine up there and tell me if there's a team that's missing. And these first couple are hate in the extreme, and then it dovetails. My number 5 most hated team, the Phillies play tonight, the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
My number 4 hated team, it starts to pick up right away, is the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
My number 3 hated team, because it's about football, boys, is the New York Giants. And then running away 2-1, and 1 much more hated than 2. But number 2 are these stinking Mets, and number 1 goes without saying.
Right.
They're going to get hammered on Monday night at the Link.
Yeah, I love this the ultimate hate list. And I think you're right. I may flop the Celtics and Giants. Right?
Yes, most people I think would, Anthony. Yeah, the Giants have always crawled up my back. Yes.
I mean,
but I get that.
I mean, it's close. I mean, it's really close.
Does our Rangers or Penguins trump the Braves?
That's a good point, VG. I think a lot of it has to do with
a lot of Penguins hate out there.
You are right now. If we were sitting here doing this thing 15 years ago, I think the Penguins definitely.
Devils.
When Crosby was thumping them, would have made cracked into the 5. Right now, I can't get too lathered up about the Rangers or Penguins.
I agree. I agree. In Atlanta.
What about the Lakers, boys?
I hate the Lakers too. I hate them like I hate. I don't hate them as much as the Celtics, obviously.
Right.
I hate them because they're kind of like a Cowboy fan is usually a Lakers fan.
Nothing's worse. I knew a guy one time, you see him every year, and he'd be, I'm a Lakers, Cowboys,
Yankees.
Edmonton Oilers fan. Okay, big guy. You know,
hard.
the worst. But here's where the Lakers don't make my top five. The Lakers don't make my top five because every now and then you need a squad to knock the Celtics out in the finals, and the Lakers.
Yes,
I'm
agreed.
always rooting for, although as much as I loved Bird and how great a player he was, always rooted for the Lakers in those Celtics series.
I did too. I rooted Magic, and I truthfully, I love Kobe. Loved Kobe so much that it kind of like, that's why they don't make my top five.
Same with me. Magic. I loved Magic as a kid. I didn't like the Lakers, but
right.
He buffered a little bit of the heat.
Yeah.
Your point about Kobe's a good one as always, Anthony. And it kind of strikes me real quick that it's interesting that under the Nike label, Jalen Hurts has smartly got to know Michael Jordan and got a little feedback there. But, Hurts reminds me more of Kobe because, Kobe was a killer and so was Jordan, but Kobe was a real killer. He'd do anything to win. And I kind of think that Hurts is a little like that. Quietly taking all the slings and arrows and saying, look at the scoreboard after the game, big boy.
Let me run this by you, Pat.
I can just hear you saying that,
big boy,
on the court.
That's bringing out the Paul Hagen in me with big boy. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yams in the chat says hating the Cowboys at number one's like hating a mangy dog missing a leg. I pity them until they're good again. I hate the 49ers and command Washington as much as the Cowboys now. 49ers is an interesting one.
I don't know. I mean, they're not even that good. They're a paper
I will
tire.
tell the listener that's not a bad name. That's not a bad team there, the 49ers. I'll tell you what. They were in my top five a few years ago.
Well, Anthony championship game, I think that's what he's talking about.
Team whined about Purdy getting hurt.
That's a good point.
It was their championship to win. Let me tell you something. If Dick Butkus was at linebacker that night and Joe Montana was the quarterback, the Eagles still would have won by 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
And they also, when the Eagles went in that tailspin, they're like, we solved the Eagles for the season.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a good point. What's his name?
Yep.
Yam.
It's a good point, Yam. In the time frame.
It's a top 10. They're doing top 10. Pat,
where are the Chargers at, Pat? You know the Chargers and Harbaugh.
I got something for you because Tastegate Dom chimes in, and this is a good one. The Buccaneers.
Yeah, it's not a bad one because of the way they do it on the,
like
the
NFL setting it up
or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know what makes them loathsome other than that they've had the Eagles number.
I mean, they closed the vet. They closed the vet, stomping on us.
A lot more loathsome with Brady at quarterback than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And VG, where were you going with the Chargers?
Oh, we hate the Chargers. They're not on your
Chargers.
top 10 list, the Chargers with Harbaugh?
No, not the Chargers wouldn't be on my top 30 list.
Chargers. We're benign.
Oh, man, I'm pandering to the chat right now.
Chargers.
Okay.
Everybody hates the Chargers. Crazy. No, I love this. This is fantastic. All right, let's go Eagles, college football, Eagles.
Okay. All right. Well, the first one in the Eagles, I'm going to go with, the headline is Past has passed roster building. And I'm just really, I really think the Eagles have it right now. And I admire anybody at any level that learns from their mistakes. And the Eagles have been in a couple Super Bowls. They won one, they lost one, and they've not necessarily bounced back the right way. And I think Howie Roseman's learned about it. What I really love about this Eagles team is they are the second youngest team in the league. and Howie has the team certainly in position to do it again. And I think they will do it again. We know stuff can go wrong. He has them in the position to do it again, but he also has them in the position to be good for the next couple of years. And that's really, really a tough challenge.
Yeah. That's
And
so
a fascinating thing to watch.
Yes. So on point. What excites me about them is they're not going anywhere, man. Like they're young core defense. Cooper, Quinion, Carter, Jihad. I mean, they're young dudes.
Yep. And there'll be more coming this year with those draft picks. I'm still not convinced he's not going to make a trade before the opener. I thought it might come out of the thing. It might come out of the cuts and stuff like that. And they, did some tweaks late last night. I saw that Epps is supposed to be coming to help in the second.
Yeah, which I like. Yeah.
But so I like a veteran there doing that. But and here's a question for the two of you: when and if you trade Tanner McKee in this process?
I'm not trading him.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm not trading him. Nope.
Because
first of all, you're not going to get, ones or 1 and 3. You're not. There's a ceiling to what you can get, and I don't believe he's going to move him. I believe he's the ultimate insurance policy.
Okay.
I just remember last year when Jalen was hurt, the mood around that building. And they were so anxious to see McKee and what McKee had. And Kellen Moore was like, listen, he's going to have a big game. Like, you watch. And I think that moment in that game was like, we're good. Like, God forbid anything ever happens to Jalen, we're good. We have our guy. Like, they believe him. Now, when he's off his rookie deal, I don't know what happens.
That's my point. I mean, I'm not even suggesting they think about it, but there becomes a tipping point, and the tipping point is when his rookie deal's up.
You still have some time.
I mean, can you pay him enough money to keep him here and be happy at that point? It's going to be interesting,
right? And his own wants of like, I want to play. Right? Like at some point, the kid's like, I need to play. I get it. I just know how much they like him. And, I think there's always a concern that, God forbid, Jalen, because he's so valuable running the ball, gets nicked. And God forbid it's something that having a guy like McKee in the break glass moment is such a key thing for him.
Yeah,
it's worth more than a pick, right? I think that's how they value it.
Right.
College
so having
football?
a little college football. And again, I will defer to Kevin, so I will more or less get in and out on that, but I'm going to pander to the host, and I'm going to look at the weekend, and I'm going to look at it that if people are finally getting to watch some quality football, Saturday, Sunday really gets you going. You can make a full day of Saturday.
Let's go!
A full day. So here we go, Anthony. At noon, we've got Arch Manning in Texas against Julian Sayin and Ohio State.
It's outrageous.
Crazy noon game.
Yeah. Headlines, Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly. The greatest. I cannot wait for that, Pat.
And so that's an unbelievable one to tip it off. Unbelievable one. And then,
what's funny?
Commercials.
I think I like Texas.
Aller and Penn State putting it on Nevada.
Oh, yeah. They win by 40. The Nits. I'm actually, what's funny? Forever, as a Temple guy, I was jealous of Penn State, right? And so I didn't root for Penn State because I was jealous of Penn State. I remember going down to the Vet and losing 48-3, right? And then, Matt comes, and then there's like, wow. It was one of those, it was a great little blip in Temple football history. And truthfully, they are so irrelevant now. And I just think it's a matter of time before it probably goes away in this climate, that it's like, all right, the Penn State people deserve a real championship. And I like this team. I love Aller. I love his arm, having the backs. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to root for Penn State in a big way, because I just think they're a fun team. I'd like to see it for that whole crowd. There's a lot of Penn State people here. I'd like to see it. Bring it home for the state.
Yep. And then the afternoon game, you got Alabama and Florida State. And what to watch there is Ty Simpson. I'll be watching because you've been telling me he's going to be pretty good, Anthony.
Yeah, Bama's legit. Bama's a little under the radar, I think. I think you got to watch them. Simpson is going to be a player. I can't wait to see him. And I think there's this feeling that Bama is kind of done as the supreme power. And I think that could be wrong.
I will say yes, and I will say that if you're lining up your whole day and you need to kind of placate the wife and family and pop over to the beach or go to the store or whatever, maybe early in this game's the move, because you want to get in the whole Texas, Ohio State, and then you want to sit back at night for Nussmeier against Klubnik, LSU Clemson.
Oof.
No disrespect to Alabama and Florida State,
Oof.
but it's such a great day, Anthony, that's the closest time you could come to take a break on Saturday.
BG, are you kidding me? Like all day from noon until midnight, I got 12 hours. And the beauty, because it's Labor Day, I don't have practice.
Oh,
I don't
man.
have
You
anything.
just got some free time.
Because it's Labor Day weekend.
Woo.
And so I will sit there all day and I'll act like I'm working, because I'm like, oh, man, I gotta work. And I will have notebooks and like devices. I cannot wait for it.
BG, he's going to look like Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball at the end of the day. He's going to be sitting back there. He's going to have a big day of it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Jamie says this.
I think I told you this before, but I don't think my wife was ever more disgusted with me that we were fairly newly married. It was 88, and it was the NCAA tournament. And I went around the corner to the bar at the time, which was the Ronhurst Cafe. And I had a 3-meal day at the bar, So this is a 3-meal day.
3-meal day at the bar is the
choose.
greatest. We used to do that at the Palladium. Like back in the day, we used to do, we would get there 11:30 for the 12 o'clock games. And, you get like a Stromboli, right?
I love a bowl at the bar.
Bunch of pitchers. And then, you put another order around 3:30, right, for the 3:30 games. And then you have another order around 6:30. And then we would go out at like 10 o'clock and go to a nightclub.
Oh, you guys must have been
There
great
you
as a
go.
nightclub.
Go home, get changed. Yeah, it was a great day.
You ever see people? There's people on like TikTok. They do it's like if you put in a long day at the bar, if they treat it like a sport, so the guy leaves the bar after like a 12-hour shift, and there's a reporter like, "Oh man, we didn't think you'd make it. You were dry." He's like, "Yeah, it was a little slow going at first. Once I got that second pitcher down, it was really found my momentum."
I can see you pulling an all-day shift, Pat. It's the best.
Oh, nothing better. And then you get a nice little taste on Sunday night with Notre Dame, and there's a lot of talk about CJ Carr against Miami. And let's see. Well, wait a minute. Carson Strong? If Carson Beck is their quarterback now? The Georgia guy?
Yeah.
That's interesting too.
Yeah, and I think I'm fascinated to see him because I liked him early. I'm thinking, well, it seems like he could be a player. He was awful last year.
I totally agree.
He was bad.
I totally agree. They were a quarterback away from maybe doing it again.
Yeah.
So let's see. And you know who?
I'm all Irish up.
Yeah, and
Indeed.
I don't think Beck has it, and I really like Marcus Freeman.
Yes.
But you know, Beck, if I'm Beck, the guy I'm looking at is Bo Nix. I remember Bo Nix at Auburn was horrible, I thought. But, you know, takes a little while to become a quarterback. And I thought Oregon was nuts taking on Bo Nix. But he went up there, had a heck of a year, and he's a very solid NFL quarterback right now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
There's the parallel. Now let's finish strong with the Birds, boys. And I have a great hour with Kevin coming up. And the headline on the Birds, this one is over and under the season we go. Okay?
Oh, this is good.
And I'm going to set this up. I have 5 or 6 and to kick around, and we'll get in and out. And I'll start with the obvious one. Saquon ran for 2005 last year. The consensus on Bet Parks and the other books is 1,500. I'm not going to deal with that. So the Pat McClune over-under is 1,750. What do you got, boys?
Woo!
1750.
1750 is a monster number.
I hate to be
That's
brain
100,
here, but I might
100 a
lean
game
under.
and a little change.
Oh, man. How much? What is it again? Yeah, it's 100 and change.
Now, 1,500 on the books, I'm going over.
Without a doubt, I'm going
Yes.
over. Without a doubt.
And I think I'm going over at 1,750.
Yeah, me too. I think I am too. I know the brain would say no.
Yeah, I would lean. I mean, I'm going to be forget it. I'm over 2. I'm going over 2.
Here's the thing. His over-under Thursday night is 94 against that putrid rush defense. Are you kidding me? He goes from 168 to start.
There you go. There you go. The brain, the brain's a professional. He's hedging everything about guys get hurt and miss games. I totally get that.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to put my own spin on a few of these. The next one is...
I like the McClune spin.
Who has more catches? Devontae or AJ?
AJ.
AJ's high in 23 was 106. Devontae's high was 95 in 22. I'm leaning Devontae.
Really?
I think I'm with you, Pat. I'm with you. I have a feeling we might see a couple hamstring games this year. I don't know. AJ might miss a couple games this year. Just the vibe I'm getting from the way they treat his hamstring. I think Devontae plays more this year. So I think I'm with you. I go Devontae.
I think you might see, Anthony, more Devontae catches, more AJ yards.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Okay. I don't know how AJ would feel about that. AJ needs to be busy. Like, here's the thing.
Well,
I love Devontae, but I got to feed AJ. Like,
I completely agree with you there.
If I got a pizza, right, and they're both ravenous, AJ gets 5 slices.
That's terrific. Yep. Yeah. Very good.
That's a good hearty laugh out of that one.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Here's one. And the last 2 are going to be real meat and potatoes. Dallas Goedert, career high catches, over under. Is his career high, believe it or not, is 59.
Wow. That's light.
It is. He might. And, you only have one ball to throw around. And Dotson's going to get a few catches. That's a tough one. But Goddard's playing for a 3 or 4 year deal elsewhere.
It comes out to a little under 3.5 catches a game.
3.5 catches a game. Can he stay healthy? Possibly. Yes.
For those listening, Anthony is throwing a thumbs
Anthony's
down.
giving Goddard 4 slices of the pie. Yes.
Under. It's
I think
not
he's giving
enough.
him 2
I don't
slices.
have enough to go around.
Okay.
I don't have enough.
All right.
Now, if I got to get another pie, I mean, he's a 2-slice guy. Like, maybe a slice and a half.
Yeah.
I might have to give the crust to like WR3, whether that's
He
Dotson
doesn't even get the crust.
or Cooper.
There you go. How about this one? Points. Last year, 463. Since they've gone to 17 games, the most was 477 2 years ago. 463. That is 27 a game. Yeah. Where's it going? Where's the hand going?
Over.
Yes.
Over.
Yes.
Over. I think
Yes.
I like the over. I think there's going to be some I think the defense might give up a few points, but I also think they're going to generate like really good field position and turnovers too.
There you go.
I think it's an over. I think that they're going to be another machine. I love the over in the Eagles offense.
I mean, they put up 90 in the last 2
Let's
games.
go.
I'm with you there.
There you go. And finally, before we turn it over to a Phoenixville and Temple legend, wins. Bet Parks has 11.5. I'm setting it at 12.5.
Ooh, that McClune spin. 12.5. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's
14
tough.
3 last year.
Over.
Oh, there you go. I lean that way myself. I think
Listen, you're right. 12.5 is
4.
steep. They have a tough schedule. I don't know. I just think this team. I think this
it's
team's
an
really
easy over.
good.
I'm sticking with my 14-3.
I think you're going to be right, VG.
Yeah.
You and Grok.
Yes.
I love it, Pat. Where do you go? What do you think?
I think they're going to VG standards, I think they're going to be a desultory 13-4.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
I
I'll
love
take
it.
That's plenty of pie. We
You
can
know
maneuver
what's great
from there.
is when we reconvene, we will be reconvening on game day.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
It's going to be great. I thought I might get pushed out of the lineup. You're going to be so good.
No, I can't push you out of the
You're
lineup.
gonna-
You're a
you're gonna-
legend.
Go
Look,
3 hours
Are
that
you
day.
nuts? Yeah, we're going to go long that day. And
Okay.
I still, I don't even know. We may do it here in the middle big studio. Might be pints and beers. Like, we might have to do a party, man. So
There you go.
I'm thinking we're going to do something like that.
Sweet.
Well, I know where you are.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe
you
I'll
have
be
to
out
be
to
here with
see it.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, brother. We
Very
love
good. All right, guys. Enjoy the football.
you.
See you, Pat.
From the editor's desk, coming up, my main man. I can't wait to just nestle in and hang with Kev.
Grabbing a blanket.
Yeah,
cuddling up on the
I
couch.
can't wait to. I can't wait to hang with my boy. I was missing him last week, man. I was like, I know he did Cooperstown,
Yes.
and Moss did Cooperstown the week before. So I'm dying to hear what he thinks, and then
You had to get through
Birds,
week
Phillies.
0 without him.
I know.
It's tough.
I know. It's going to be great. So coming up, our main man, Kevin Negandhi. All right, take care of some business first. Let's talk about Xfinity Sports. Oh, yes. This is exactly what I want to talk about. All right. The other day, in fact, I was over Tuch's, and he's pumped to watch football. We're like, going to watch it over week 0. But his setup was just a total mess.
Of course it is. Of course, Tooch has got a
Actually,
fugazi
it's not
setup.
true. But it's the copy. So I'm using Tooch as a placeholder. But this is true. Like, you've seen this before. Lagging, buffering, like switching between apps, trying to find a game.
Oh, dude, it's the worst if you're watching a movie or game and it's like that little buffer symbol.
Right? Like it sucks. Like I'm sure you've done that. Like somebody invites you over and they got this whole thing. And they go, "Oh yeah, we're a big fan," right? And then you go, "I feel like I've been fan fished," right? Like, come on, man. See, you call yourself a football fan, you got to have Xfinity. All right? That's it. The ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games, my favorite teams, all in one place. And the way I watched, next level. Yeah. It's the perfect fan flex. You got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so it feels like you're at the stadium.
Nice.
Sometimes, like Saturday, I'm going to have 4 games going on at once. All right, because I can't help myself. On top of that, you get real-time notifications, live stats right on my television. It's the best seat in the house every time. Every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more, Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box, which I have.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Me too.
There you go. All right, let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. The big $25K giveaway.
Give me some of that.
All right. So here's the deal. They are running this incredible contest. And it's not really a contest. What it is if you place a $25 wager on Birds Cowboys in the opener, you are eligible to win a share of $25,000 in bonus bets. That's right. And it doesn't matter. New customers, existing customers, you're in. You just got to, the only stipulation is place a $25 bet on the game. You could be anything. You could be the game itself, over the Eagles total, which is going to go over Saquon, which is going to go over. You can lay 19.5, which is going to cover. All you got to do is that.
Yes.
All right? Make sure you go to betparks.com and just place your $25 bet, and you're hooked up. You're going to win a share of $25K in bonus bets. The winners will be announced on Friday, day after the game. So you're hooked. You'll know if you won. But it's a great contest, man. Great contest.
Yeah.
What are the Fightins tonight? Did you check it out?
Yes. The Fightins minus 195. Big favorites tonight.
What?
Over
2-1 favorites over the Braves?
Under Nola 5.5 Ks is minus 140. Yeah, Vegas expecting a big bounce back tonight at home.
Well, I hope so. I like that. I wouldn't do
It doesn't look like you like it.
Well,
I love it. I feel great now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's good. All right. BetParks.com has all the details for the $25K giveaway. Check it out. You're going to love it. You got to be 21. You got to be PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, what I've been waiting for all week.
2 weeks.
Oh, really? 2 weeks?
Yes.
My main man. And you watch him. ABC. He's awesome in the studio. Not because he's my friend. He's tremendous. He's great. He's great on SportsCenter and all. Unbelievable. Great interviewer. But I love watching him in the studio, man. He's a great I love it. The best. Kevin Negandhi.
Hometown hero, hometown hero, Kevin Negandhi, from Temple to ESPN.
What's up, brother?
How we doing, fellas? Good to see you. Good to
What's
see
up,
you,
Kev?
BG. How we doing?
Man. Missed you, buddy. How was Cooperstown?
Cooperstown was amazing.
Did you get the pins? Did you trade the pins?
We got the pins. We were in Williamsport first and did that for the final 50 days, 50 states on SportsCenter, and that was our final. We had the kids from Glenmore that were representing Pennsylvania. We had them on the show. It was amazing. Kids loved it. And then we went from Williamsport to Cooperstown for a week. And, think about it. You get to play baseball. You're playing with your brother. You're in the barracks. You get ice cream, stay up all night with your team. You play on these awesome fields. It was awesome. There's some big dudes, man. Dudes where you're like, let me see the birth certificate. Yeah, I don't know if you're in the 12U. We played this. So we were the first 6 games are pool play, and
yeah.
and then they go, gold bracket, silver bracket, bronze. We played on this one field that was like 170 feet and had like this green monster. We played this team from Long Island. One of our big dudes hits a grand slam to start the game, so we're up 5-0. This crowd from Long Island had to be warned multiple times, and their leadoff guy hits a home run, so it's 5-1. Kid bat flips this thing 50 feet in the air. And then another warning. It was tense. My 11-year-old got in the game to pitch, and he handled it well because, he could, it's all about deception, right? He's got a curveball, he's got a slider at 11, and he's got a changeup, and these kids didn't know how to handle it. So we take an 8-6 lead, and then they hit 12 home runs off of us. They had a kid, and a lot of them were solo shots. But these are think about this. Like, if anybody goes to Cooperstown, especially in travel ball, you've got these loaded $500 bats. You've got these juice balls. And you're at 170 feet. There was one, this kid check swung it. That thing went 350. It was unbelievable. So, you got to play small ball. I mean, they won. They actually, 82 teams in this that week of the tournament, they won the gold bracket, this Long Island team. We lost 19-8, but, man, I was proud that we, fought back and handled them. And then we lost to the silver bracket to #1 team, and I think they played possum, because they lost 17-0. They lost 22-0 in pool play. And then once the playoffs start, their starting pitcher throws a no-hitter. And I'm asking the guy, I was like, you guys do not look like you should be in the silver bracket. He's like, and then
I hate those dudes. Those dudes. I don't know. We should play well. Oh, shut up. All right.
Didn't play well, Yeah. But what I noticed is they brought 15 kids. So once the playoffs started,
they played all the good kids. Yeah, all the good pitchers.
Only starting 9 hit. The 6 other kids just watch and cheer, and they're their third hitter hit 3 home runs in the game. You're just sitting there, and you're like, come on, you should be in the gold bracket. You should be in the silver bracket.
Right.
We played. I'll wrap it up real quick. We played a main team. Our big bopper who won the home run derby. He's 5'11", 170. Good kid. Just a really good kid, right? He looked like a dwarf next to one of the main players who was 6'3", 230 pounds. And we're playing in a 12U tournament. 6'3", 230.
Oh, my. Aaron
This
Judge.
he was legit a monster. And unfortunately, my oldest had to come in and pitch to him. And I because the bases were loaded, we brought my oldest from center field, and he just looked at me. He goes, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "Hey, we know what we do. We jam them inside on the big hitters, man. Go low, watch that lefty curve, and let that knuckle curve slide and drop." And he was like, "All right, I'll figure it out, Dad." But I ain't giving him a fastball. I said, "Do not give him a fastball on the outside. Extend the arms, and that thing's going to the moon." So he handled it. He did well.
Good.
We won 3 games. My oldest said to me, "It's the greatest week of his life." And my wife thought I was crazy. I came back and I was like, "All right, I'm going to put together another team." And she's like, "What?" I said, "The 11-year-old next year is going to be pretty darn good on this team." And she's like, "You're nuts." I said, "Well, it's like women when they give birth, man. They forget about the whole drama for 9 months of delivering."
Dude, you're so right. You're so right, man.
Yeah, so we'll be back next year.
But listen, it's the greatest time. I mean,
it is.
My Massimo loved it. I
Yep.
mean, you know what's funny? He did well. He hit a bunch of home runs, right?
Darn right.
I need
him.
He left football to do this tournament. And so he comes back last night, we're in Uber football mode. And he's like,
yeah.
And he's going to play some fall ball just because it's the big field now. But he's
big year.
Daddy, I miss baseball. And I was like, wow. All right. And I go, but I need you to focus now, dude. All right. You're playing quarterback. You got to focus, man.
Let's lock in now. Come on.
Kill it. But it's the greatest. You're so, you're in those cramped quarters and, it's hot, it's uncomfortable, but it's the greatest thing in the world. That's why you're a great dad, dude.
Oh, and I appreciate that. Same with you. Honestly, I know the time is short. I know we got small windows, man, before they're like, hey, Dad, I'm good. And they'll come back later on. But I also know I'm approaching that time with my 13-year-old, and I'm probably a year away where he's like, hey, Dad, just give me the car keys. I'm good to go. And then I'll start,
Yeah.
I think about that song, what's the song back in the 70s?
The Mamas and Papas.
Yeah, no.
Cat in the Cradle.
Yeah, Cats in the Cradle. I think about that all the time. like I'm so scared of that song. I'm so scared of that song. So that's why I like it.
You're so. I got a buddy of mine, Joe Ben. He just took his daughter. His son went off to Penn State, and his daughter went to St. Joe's. And he sends me a text. It was like last Saturday morning, and he's like, "Listen, I'm telling you right now. Enjoy every second of what you got, because it's wonderful for them and everything, but I am so miserable right now. He's like grown man, like great dude, he goes, I cried all morning.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh no,
and
I'll be a mess. I didn't want to think about it.
That's coming for all of us.
I'm half thinking about reclassing my kids, right?
Yeah.
And it's under the guise of sports, but it's more like, I get them home with an extra year.
And by the way, honestly, the whole reclassify thing, everybody's doing it.
I know.
And it gets to a point where you feel like you're putting your kid at a disadvantage if he doesn't, considering the competition they face.
Yeah.
Because I really believe some of those teams, especially that Long Island team, I was like, ain't no way these dudes are in 6th grade. Ain't no way. Like, there's no way they're 6th, 7th grade. We got some.
They're shaving. They're in 6th grade. They're shaving.
Dude, that's legit. Like there was one pitcher that we faced. We were ready for him to pull out the keg and take the whole team home after the game. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Right? And I heard that kid's brother is 5'9", 165, throwing 65 miles per hour at 9.
Oh my God.
What are we feeding them? Maybe too much organic food in my house. Maybe that's the problem.
Yes. We got to get those. Go get that. Eat the chicken all steroided up. All right. Before we get to college football, which I cannot wait, and I'm going to hear all about your schedule and everything's good this weekend, which is an epic weekend. Got to get your thoughts on the Phillies, man. I mean, dude, I was scared on Monday, and then today I'm just petrified.
They haven't changed. Like, it comes down to literally when you lose Wheeler as well. And I think there's something to it about the Mets, because the Mets are fearless against the Phillies pitching no matter who they throw. So I have a feeling there's something going on with them understanding the signs. That does not change the fact that if you get through Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, and Bryce Harper, you beat the Phillies every single time. You can win every series if you figure those 3 guys out, no matter what. That was the storyline in the playoffs. That's been the storyline that they have not resolved.
I said that to him a half hour ago. He was arguing with me.
So, perfect example. 2 nights ago, right? When Trey, it was top of the 8th, and they had to bring in Diaz because we had Stott on 3rd. Trey comes up, 2 outs. Trey, Diaz met the moment and would not be denied. That freaking slider is insane, and they got out of the inning. And I said to myself, if Schwarber can't get on base, if Harper can't get on base, this game's over. I didn't even have to worry about what Duran was doing in the bottom of the frame. I knew the game was over. And when Schwarber hit that foul ball that went like literally 500 feet foul down the right field line, I was like, okay, we got a shot. And then guess what? Diaz is like, you ain't seeing that pitch again.
No.
Here comes slider, and then strikeout. And then Bryce strikeout. I literally said to my oldest, game's over. And he's like, no, what do you mean? I said, game's over. I said, because there's no way anybody later in the lineup is going to give us a shot. And that's been the problem. They have not figured out what to do outside of those three guys. And it's been hanging over the team. Great pitchers, great teams. They know how to pitch to the Phillies. We have not adjusted. It's been the biggest storyline for the last 3 years, and it's not going to change. So how I view this series, as pessimistic as this sounds, and I hope it bites me in the butt, I view this series by saying, you know what? They ain't winning the World Series, especially now that you lose Wheeler. So what I'm going to do is enjoy it, and if not, but I'm going to prepare myself over the next 5 weeks and then just move on. That's kind of how I view it, because you can't keep on doing the same thing over and over again and hit the wall. The wall's not moving.
Yeah.
You've let this 3-game series, it's ended your season for the Phils?
It is not ended my season. I also know what's ahead. You got the Braves. You've got down the road another series against the Mets. It's not ending my season.
The Braves, Milwaukee, Miami, the Mets, Kansas City, the Dodgers, Arizona, Miami, Minnesota.
It is just revealed to me that things have not changed. Like last night was to me, a barometer, because I saw what Schwarber said after the game 2 nights ago, and I was like, all right, man, let's see if we got some fight. I didn't see any fight, man.
No.
Like that, the Phillies do really well, and kind of you can say the same thing with the Mets. When the Mets are counted out, that's when they come up and surprise everybody emotionally, right? When they hit rock bottom. When you have expectations for the Mets are horrendous because the pressure cooker is intense.
Right. Eats them up.
The Phillies handle, go back to those 2 series against the Braves in the playoffs that we saw the last 3 to 4 years. We were underdogs, and, man, we loved it, man. We punched them in the face, and they didn't know what to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Phillies don't know how to handle the idea of hey, we have to be top dog. They understand, hey, let's surprise the team. And losing Reese still bites us because I know he had his issues sometimes with the fan base, but man, Reese was an emotional.
You had no other right-handed bat that gives you power.
We have no.
I mean, killing you, burying you, right? The outfield. I mean, jeez, the outfield is I like Bader. I think he's professional, but come on, Bowman, clean up. Oh, torture.
And where's the growth? Where's the growth that we've been waiting for forever?
I know.
We've been waiting for Marsh. We've been waiting for Bone. We've been waiting for it's the same. We've been waiting for Castellanos to stay off of that freaking outside slider. Just waiting and just wait. It's the same stuff, man.
So are you telling me, Kevin, in 2 weeks when I get my invoice for my postseason tickets, don't even bother? I wouldn't
say that.
Because
you want to know why I wouldn't say that?
Going.
The bank is amazing. I would never say don't go to a playoff game. The bank is amazing.
Well, you think they're going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I still think if God forbid they lose the division and this collapse happens, I still think they'll make the postseason as a wild card. I still think that's a conversation. And maybe as a wild card,
you're right. Something weird happens.
They're pissed off and they got a chip on their shoulder. No one wants to face them, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I view it. Maybe I'm protecting myself because they don't have that mental edge that they needed in Queens when they had 2 leads on back-to-back nights.
Yeah, well, that place and that team is that's their blind spot. I mean, other than that, the rest of the league, it's just this. Don't let this series get to you, Kev. It's just 3 games. They're going to come out tonight, put an 8 spot up.
I get that. I totally get that. I totally what you're saying. But I also know that what we've seen in the postseason is great pitching, because the rotation gets shorter and the scouting report remains the same against the Phillies. And the Phillies continue to not adjust.
He's whistling through the graveyard.
I mean, they have adjusted this year. Their strikeouts are way down compared to last year. I think they've adjusted their approach.
Are you out of your mind?
Trey Turner
Always
has
got to
adjusted
be
his
the
approach.
long ball,
Trey Turner's
and you
great.
got to
I like
find a
Trey
way
Turner.
from those three guys. That's it. It's the
That's it.
long ball. And
All they got,
find a way
and God forbid Schwarber's not hitting, because then you really got no power.
no power anywhere.
Right.
Like, are you kidding me? If you get through Schwarber, you're like, all right, well, I don't need to pitch to Harper. I don't need to give him anything.
Exactly.
No one else is
Right.
going to do anything behind him.
It's why the Wheeler thing, like I was feeling the Wheeler thing heavy on Monday morning, and they were calling me Cuzmudgeon. And I'm like if you have Wheeler, he settles things down. Like, and that's a cheat code. Wheeler Sanchez is a cheat code.
Yes.
Right? And I don't think Duran, I think Duran will be fine.
Yeah.
I do. But
I do too. I'm
without
not worried
Wheeler,
about him.
it just hurts. I just don't, I have trouble saying it.
Well, the problem is I'm not worried about Duran. I'm worried about Kirkering. Like, you can't keep on inheriting runs. Your whole point is that, hey, get us out of this jam, and then you allow nearly half of them in. That's a problem.
Yeah.
The Wheeler stuff, to your point, as a cheat code, nailed it. Wheeler and Sanchez, the bleeding will stop. If you're free falling, that guy goes in the mound. He's like, enough. I'm going to give us
parachute. Yep.
That's all you want.
I got news for you. The chat has responded.
Uh-oh.
He is Kevin Namudgeon.
We've seen this. I agree with you, Kev. What the only thing, the road to October glory, to make it a red October, is if they suffer through something and then they snap out of it and they go on some magic, and then they start to feel, because they're a team that needs to. I agree with you. They thrive with that. Like they be like it's magic, and they ride a wave of magic.
Yes, and they get pissed off. It's a microcosm of what the Mets are.
Yeah,
Mets are the same way, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the Mets emotional roller coaster of here or here. There's no in between. I think we've got a lot of in between with the Phillies all season, but to really take that jump, they've got to, and they maybe have to go here, and then find a way to go there. Because honestly, how do you explain their run a few years ago to the World Series? Right?
Yeah,
they looked awful. Like the vibes were not good. They were not good going into that postseason, right? And then they got some luck in that Cardinal series, and then all of a sudden things start to change, right? And that Padres series, there was a lot of emotion with the Padres, and then guess what? They're riding high in that after Game 3 of that Astros, and then completely shut down with that no the next night.
Yeah. I'm completely with you, man.
Diamondbacks, you're up 3-2, right? You're feeling, you know?
Yes. Need to be. It's like the 2017 Birds. Like, we got to be underdogs.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is, man.
It doesn't make sense as professionals, but that's where we're at.
I'm with you, man. But that's not for us to root for, which is it's early enough that magic can still happen, right? Like, so they can, some point in September, and maybe it's when the Mets come back, and maybe all of a sudden, like, they're going a little slide, and the Phillies are done. Then the Mets come in, and maybe the Mets at Citizens Bank Park, the reverse happens and ignites something, and then they get hot.
Here's the thing I'm going to bring up, too, in that series. Two things that I want to see. Did they figure out all the tells that they may believe that the Mets have on their pitching staff, the Phillies pitching, right?
Yeah.
Number two, we talked about this before. All those Mets fans that come to the park, it drives me crazy.
Yes.
It's the same vibe with the Knicks fans when they come to, Wells Fargo, whatever we're calling it now. It drives me crazy. That's just something it happens in other cities. It should not happen in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yes.
They're the
Let's
worst.
go.
They're the worst
We got
fan.
to rally. We got to rally everybody. I love it. All right. Give me 2 minutes for commercial, and then we dive in to Saturdays. Well, actually starts tonight, but I can't wait to hear what you're doing. And, I'll be watching you all day Saturday. I can't wait. Can't wait for it.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'll wait.
How about VG? Talk to us about a little Shady Rays. Shady Rays.
Still, you got to protect your eyes, cuz you got to. And Shady Rays, that's why they're here. Summer is ending, but the sun's always out. So you need your sunglasses constantly. You can't ever go without sunglasses, as I do not. But I know I've been there. You might have a pair of nice sunglasses and you've lost them. You've left them on the roof of a car and driven away. You left them at a gas station. Who knows? I left mine at a hotel in another country. And I was a little hesitant about, traveling around with my nice sunglasses. And then I found Shady Rays because they totally changed the game. These sunglasses they're made for real life. They're seriously good looking. They're polarized. They're durable. And they're not stupidly expensive. And here's the crazy part. If you lose or break them on day one, run them over with your car, leave them in a hotel, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair, no guilt trip, just replacements. So now you can be like me, wear your sunglasses without fear, bring them everywhere. Concerts, mosh pits, ball games, hotels, boats, wherever. Shady Rays is the eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. So head over to shadyrays.com and use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses and try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 satisfied people. Shadyrays.com.
All right. We got to tell you about what's going to happen. I know Kevin can't wait for a week from tonight. Birds, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys. To start the season. Only 1 week away, BetParks is celebrating the opener with an incredible giveaway, the $25K giveaway. You can win your share of $25,000 in free bets. That's right. If you just place a $25 wager on the game. All right. So what you got to do is you go, let's see. I want Eagles minus, what's the line? 7?
7.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eagles minus 7, $25. Or Eagles minus 13.5, which you like, minus for $25, which is plus money. Or what I like, Eagles minus 19.5.
Yes.
Right? Or you can put a $25 bet on SGP, Saquon over Eagles total, over Eagles to win. Like, you're going to have some fun with it. If you do any of that, you are automatically qualified for the $25K giveaway. All right, and free bets. BetParks.com is the details. Winners will be announced on that Friday after the game. You got to check it out. All right, there's a myriad of ways to play, and they're going to give away $25,000 in free bets. You can win your share. All right, so check it out. BetParks.com again has all the details. Going to be 21. You're going to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's resume. My main man on the Xfinity mobile guest line, the greatest hometown hero, Kevin Negandhi. So, Kev, what's your schedule? Like, what are you like? You got to give me so I can keep track.
Okay. First off, let's get one thing out of the way. Next Thursday, I'm in Philadelphia hosting Sports Center from the link.
What? Oh, man.
Dude,
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's go get some cheesesteaks sometime Thursday afternoon. All right?
Yes. Yes.
Make it happen.
Lunch. Perfect.
That would be great. Booger McFarland is coming with me. I convinced him to come to Philadelphia and have a proper cheesesteak. So him and I are going to be around.
Maybe we'll do a little Skinny Joey's this time.
You tell me, and I'll be there. Let's go. Yeah, we were. By the way, we were at Angelo's last time. Let's go Skinny Joey's because I heard their cheesesteaks are fantastic. So
yeah, we'll run the gamut, man.
Yes.
Yeah. I love when you come to town. Be great.
It'll be great. It'll be really good. Also, so tomorrow, 90-minute Sports Center, all that stuff, getting everything set up, of course, leading into football. Saturday, we're college football in studio on ABC. I'll be at the half for the Florida State-Alabama game, which is a 3:30 kick, and, of course, the nightcap. LSU versus Clemson. Then back in studio Sunday night for Miami Notre Dame.
The Irish.
Yeah, it'll be great. And you know, Booger's going to be with me. Dan Orlovsky's going to join us on Sunday night. We'll
That's
have
great. Danny's fantastic.
Danny's great. And we just have a ton of fun. This will be my 6th straight year with Boog. This will be my 9th year doing ABC. And you can't, just for some perspective, because usually we grew up in college football space with cupcakes. You know, you have no idea, you know, maybe one top 10 matchup. This is the best opening weekend in the history of the sport because we've never had 3 top 10 matchups, and we're going to get it. Obviously, starting off the noon kickoff on Saturday, featuring number 1 versus 3 Texas and Ohio State, and then of course, as I mentioned, I think Clemson's going to be in the championship game at the end of the year. Clemson versus LSU, and then the nightcap, of course, on Sunday night. So it'll be Notre Dame, Miami. So lots to cover, lots to discuss. You tell me where you want to go, and we haven't even talked about Penn State, which I'm sure we will.
Oh, we will definitely talk about Penn State. But let's tackle the big games and then the teams. Because in big picture, I think this is such a fun year that there's more teams that can win it than ever before. I mean, usually it's like, all right, Alabama, LSU, you know, Auburn back in the day, right? Clemson, Georgia. But now you got there's like 7 teams that you can make an argument for.
And you can actually, I would even go up to like 10 to 12. You can make a case. And the fascinating thing, too, is 2 of the top 8 teams have a quarterback that you're familiar with that's coming back. In Cade Klubnik with Clemson, Penn State with Drew Aller, right? Everybody else has a new starter. Obviously, Arch Manning's been a part of it. Julian Sain's been waiting his time at Ohio State. Ty Simpson's been waiting his time at Alabama. But when you look at that's what stands out to me. CJ Carr is new. You know, he's been waiting his turn. He did all last year at Notre Dame. So, like, I find it fascinating that you could afford a loss this weekend and still be in the conversation. Heck, you could afford potentially 2 losses.
Oh, yeah.
Still be in the mix and have, you know, a potential run. You know, like Dante Moore is one of those guys at Oregon that, you know, played at UCLA. I think Oregon is one of those, I hate saying the word sleeper, but teams that no one's, you know, talking about it at the top of the Big Ten because you have Penn State and Ohio State with Oregon, man. And, of course, Nebraska, Illinois could have a run like Indiana did last year because if you look at Illinois' schedule, and they got Luke Altmaier who's coming back, who's familiar with the system. Bielema's got them where they want to be. So you could have some teams. You could potentially have 4 teams from the Big Ten, 4 teams from the SEC. I know those power conferences would like that representing in the playoff.
It's so deep.
It is.
It's just incredibly deep. Let's go conference by conference. I think that'll be fun. Because this is where we can look at teams. Let's start Big Ten. Let's start Penn State because I cannot wait to see what they're going to look like. We could say that the 2 backs, Aller, the receivers in the portal. I mean, what are you hearing from their training camp?
I've heard that the kid from USC, Kyron Hudson, looked really good. Listen, the Pena kid from Syracuse, he was a number 2 at Syracuse, and he's going to be – I think he's going to be a perfect fit into this offense. So I think when you look at Devontae Ross, another guy, all 3 of those guys sliding right in from the portal, the one thing that really helps is you already know who's the backfield. You can say you can make the case they have the best backfield in the country. If you're going to make an argument, maybe Notre Dame. But Notre Dame doesn't have a guy who's a 5th-year quarterback in Drew Allen. So I think Penn State's going to be just fine. I think a Nevada matchup's perfect for them because then you can get the quarterback comfortable with the 3 wide receivers that are all going to be new. Keep an eye on a kid that I've heard it's the tight end. So they obviously lost,
Warren
kid to the NFL. But there's this Khalil Dinkins kid who's really athletic, but he also has speed that maybe Tyler Warren didn't have. And Aller really, really likes him. On the other side, if I'm a Penn State fan, I'm excited to have Jim Knowles as your DC, man. That dude is really good. You steal him away from Ohio State, and I think they're going to be. Back in the day, they were linebacker U. I think you're going to see a lot more of a bigger role for linebackers. DeLuca is freaking great. So I really like, and their secondary is freaking awesome. Like Wheatley's freaking the man. So you should be feeling really good, Penn State. Like really, really good. But we all know the matchup that's circled is, Ohio State down the road. But you have time to figure it out before you get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because the schedule's perfect. You have buys before those big games. You have Oregon in a whiteout at Happy Valley, which you should win. And then, like you said, like you got Ohio State, and you have a bye before Ohio State, and you'll be most likely the favorite in the game.
I agree. And I will also say, as I started the conversation, that you could afford a loss. They could afford to lose to Oregon.
Yeah.
And beat Ohio State, or play the other scenario out.
Yeah.
Beat Oregon, and for Penn State fans, because it's in Columbus, lose to Ohio State. You could afford to do that, and you're still in the conversation down the road. You're still in a situation where you don't have to worry about a division, right? And you have a chance to play in the Big Ten championship, and that's all you want, man. You want the chance to play the Big Ten championship.
All right. Who's second? Because if you give Penn State the Big Ten title, is it without a doubt, right?
Julian's saying, I mean, he's a 5-star, committed to Alabama.
Yeah.
He committed the minute Saban left. He's been waiting.
Yeah.
They got the best player in all of sport, in the entire sport, in Jeremiah Smith. And if you don't think Jeremiah Smith is number one, well, they got the second best player in Caleb Dowd. So
it's either Ryan Williams or Jeremiah Smith, and
wide receiver, yes, but like I think Jeremiah Smith physically, like you're watching Julio Jones,
and with speed,
Julio Jones
with speed
as a freshman, who dominated, So I think Ohio State is my pick, but Oregon. I love what Dan Lanning's doing. I think Dante Moore is a really special quarterback. So I would lean Ohio State just because of one thing. Ohio State's recruiting is so out of this world, man. Yeah. I've heard a lot of things about, their defense. Downs is great. They got some great linebacker play. I heard about a freshman named Bo Jackson, running back, and I heard he's pretty damn good. So they're not going to miss a beat in their
Bo Jackson. Ah!
Yeah.
All right. Oregon.
I like Oregon.
Are they a lock at 3 in your eyes?
Yes.
At least top 3?
They're a lock at 3. This is where it gets interesting. Because who you're going to give 4? And you can lean Illinois because of their schedule. They could have an Indiana run. But I like Nebraska a lot. Like, I like Matt Rule a hell of a lot. I think Dylan Raiola is the dude. They went in the transfer portal. They got a few wide receivers. He understood their weakness. They're going to play physical. They got to still figure some stuff out in the beginning. It'll be a nice game to watch tonight as a measuring stick against Cincinnati by saying, hey, where are we? Where we need to make that turn on year 3, because that's where Matt does his magic, where he did it at Temple, where he did it at Baylor.
Yeah, 10-4 at Temple, 11-3 at Baylor in year 3.
Yes, I would be disappointed if they're under 9 wins this season. They're pretty good, man. And if that quarterback, plays to win games, not plays to throw the ball in tight windows because I'm Dylan Raiola and look at my arm, they're going to be really good. And I'm sure Matt will make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm excited by them. What about Michigan? Because speaking of highly talented quarterbacks.
Quarterback is unbelievable, man. But he's also 18 years old. So literally no one knows. Michigan's like the unknown, like with this whole conversation. Like, I don't think anybody knows what to make of how Michigan. I actually think, Sherrone Moore wants that. Like this kid from Michigan, freak show, could have gone to LSU, number one player in the country. They haven't had a guy like that, but he's going to make mistakes. So it's a matter of when you play Michigan, because you're going to be in a dogfight. They'll punch you in the face.
Yep.
Bryce Wood is one of those kids. He's the youngest quarterback to start an opener for Michigan at 18 years in the 146-year history of the program.
Wow.
So the kid is freaking amazing. But the problem is he's a freshman. He needs reps. True freshman. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens. But Michigan can snipe you. They can stun you and surprise you. But I think Michigan's going to be a team to beat in a couple of years, but not the team this year. And I could be wrong, but that's kind of where I look at it.
That's kind of how I thought it would. I agree with you. That's kind of how you would naturally think of it. SEC, which is good, which is really going to be interesting because I almost think Alabama is being underplayed. I love Simpson. I think he's going to be a stud, and I think Bama's watch out.
Alabama's defense is so freaking nasty. I'm actually going to say this a couple times during this SEC conversation. Alabama, so Ty Simpson's been waiting his turn. I think DeBoer's great. They have Grubb come back. Grubb was with DeBoer when he was at Washington, and Grubb's a really he's a great OC. So I really like. You brought up Ryan Williams. I think Ty Simpson and Alabama are going to just get the job done in one of those things where you're going to watch them beat up Florida State, and everybody's going to be like, hey, what about Alabama? Well, anybody that follows it, Alabama's defense is so freaking nasty. And I think that they like the idea. Don't talk about us. Keep talking about, and I'm going to bring
this up. Horns. They're talking about horns.
Keep talking about Texas. Keep talking about Nussmeier. But I'm going to bring up some guys that they're going to be household names in the NFL. Overton, Keenan, Smith, Russo, Lawson, Jackson. That's freaking Alabama's defense. And this is the type of team for Eagles fans, write those names down because they may be on the Eagles roster in a few years because Howie Roseman is going to be like Alabama and Georgia. Those are the two teams I'm thinking defensively.
Yeah, no, I totally see it. Speaking of Texas, and obviously we're all arched up, but are we overrating Texas? I mean, we saw the run last year, right?
Texas. Sark's phenomenal, man.
He's a great coach. Yeah, he's a great quarterback. Deals with quarterbacks, and
the minute he took over. And you're right. I mean, CJ Baxter's back. That CJ Baxter has really slick moves, man. And obviously, with the injury that he had last year, I think Arch has done a phenomenal job of just tempering. I know where I'm at. I know I'm good. I know what I can do. I'm not going to get overhyped. I'm not going to overhype myself. I think Arch has handled it really well. One thing Arch that's going to be interesting with Texas more than anything else is their line has moved a lot. They lost a lot of dudes. Texas is going to make Arch run. I think there's going to be some design plays. Don't forget his dad was
smart.
Right? So Arch can move. I don't think we're overrating Texas at all. I think their defense is really good. I like Texas a lot. I think Texas is going to be in that I put Clemson there. I think Texas will be in that Final Four when the season's over.
Listen, I think they win. I think they beat Ohio State.
That's what scares me, man. You and VG would know this more than anything else because they're 1.5 point underdogs. I think they're screaming for the public to take 1.5 points.
Yeah.
In 50+ years, we've never seen a preseason number one in under a season opener. And everybody is like, hammer time.
Yeah.
And that scares me.
No, you're right. You should be. How do you think, LSU Clemson's a big one. You're high on Clemson in the ACC. You think that they're going to be a national championship team. Is it Klubnik? Is it, what are you seeing? How much you love Clemson?
This is the revenge. This is the revenge year for Clemson. This is Dabo saying, you know what? I didn't care about the portal. This is about culture. This is about my guys coming back. And Clemson, if you look at all the top 10 teams, when you look at their units, they have the least questions. They don't have a lot of questions.
This is good.
Because they have 75 to 80% of their roster, like of the starters, coming back. So Klubnik, third year in the offense. They have their receiver group that looks like the receiver group that we got used to watching years ago. Klubnik's going to be a day one pick. He's that good. Their defensive line, and I just raved about Alabama. I'll rave about Texas. I'm going to rave about Auburn. I think Auburn's defensive front is just nasty.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a bounce back. I like Auburn.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I say all of that, and I think Clemson has the best defensive line in the country. Like Clemson's got dudes, man. They got
baby.
monsters there. I'm going to bring up two guys that are also going to be. By the way, Tom Allen, former DC, is now the DC there. They got two guys in that freaking front that are TJ Parker, and you got to keep an eye on Peter Woods. Those two guys wreak havoc on the front lines. And LSU lost 4 offensive linemen that went to the NFL. So I am very curious about how LSU, the play calling with LSU, because if Nussmeier throws the ball 40 times and that wide receiver room is stacked at LSU, if they fall in love with throwing the football, Clemson's defensive front could dominate and make it a long night. They've got to run a little bit. BK's got to run a hell. Brian Kelly's got to just run your LSU.
Yeah.
Run a little
Yeah.
bit. Don't
Yeah.
fall in love with Nussmeier throwing the ball 40.
Yeah.
But they're watching.
I mean, I'd raise my hand because I'd say I love Nussmeier. I love his arm. But to your point, it's the same thing you said about Raiola. Like I love him too. And it's like, all right, well, you can't fall in love with throwing in tight windows because those guys will throw picks because they have the arm that can do it in a weird way.
Yes, and the key for LSU is this. It'll be interesting to see, with the addition, of Tom Allen. The key will be, did Clemson get better at tackling? They were awful against the run. They were the worst team in the ACC last year against the run. I just raved about their defensive line. They couldn't tackle. They can go after the quarterback. So does LSU realize, hey, we're LSU. We've got some running backs. Can we run the football a little bit? I hear that from Booker McFarland every single Saturday. Run the ball a little bit, please. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. Don't fall in love with throwing the football 40 to 50 times because after a while, man, like especially with your offensive line against that front, they could wear down, and it could be a long third and fourth quarter with Nussmeier maybe trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Which we saw a couple of times last year.
Yeah, that's a great point. Lastly, what about the Irish?
So before I don't want to forget, Florida and Lagway, phenomenal.
I meant to bring him up. Yeah. They were talking about Lagway looks great, right?
He looks fantastic. The one thing that works against Florida is their schedule is brutal. Their schedule is absolutely
Howie
brutal.
was chirping because he's a Florida guy.
Dude, Lagway is really, really good. But I will also add one other thing. The quarterback that no one's on the outside talking about, and you may just want to say, you know what, let me look at the Heisman odds and let me just slide a little. Lenora Sellers of South Carolina.
Wow, yeah.
South Carolina's defense is like nasty. Lenora Sellers, when healthy, will win football games. You're watching potentially the next Cam Newton. He is built just like Cam.
Yeah, big.
Got an arm and
big
he can
arm.
Run. Beamer knows what he's doing. Lenora Sellers is going to be like one of those guys. I think on one of the sports books was like 16-1, and I was like,
There you go, VG.
I'm looking it up now.
Oh, that's
but Lenora Sellers is one of those guys. If healthy, gives South Carolina a shot every single game. As for Notre Dame's got the second best backfield in the country. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Prince, phenomenal. Phenomenal. CJ Carr is going to be interesting just because, he's the grandson of Lloyd Carr, spurred Michigan, waited a year at Notre Dame, basically said, if you bring in another transfer quarterback, we're going to go. And now he gets his shot. I think he's going to have growing pains as a freshman. But Marcus Freeman's done a phenomenal job recruiting. Their secondary just studs. Their defense is freaking really good. Like really, really, really good. Their offensive line has a mixture of a lot of starts, a lot of experience. So I really like Notre Dame. I'm just
I think they buried Miami. I'll be honest with you. I think they beat Miami by double digits. Like, I think they win by 10, 14.
I think you may be right. It just comes down to what we get from C.J. Carr. If C.J. Carr can throw the ball, can make 3 or 4 passes in this game that you're like, whoa, it changes the entire thing of what Cristobal wants to do. Miami's roster, we talked about this with Cristobal in the past, it's stacked. Carson Beck, stacked. But where are you going to be if it's a close game? 3-point game in that environment, and you have the ball, I'm kind of curious to see what we get from Carson Beck.
I feel the same way, man. I'm unimpressed. I was unimpressed last year. I thought he was going to be something, and
I agree.
I hated the way he played. I'm saying it's a shame, but
yes.
You know.
And I'd be remiss if I don't mention one more team, and I know I keep on going SEC. Watch out for Georgia.
Yeah, their
defense. I've heard so many things about their defense from people in the know. Georgia's back. Georgia's pissed off. Georgia's like, we've heard enough of everybody talking about everybody else. They really like their quarterback and Gunner. Just look how they responded when he came in.
Yeah. They responded with him.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Wow, man, it's going to be an epic year.
Yeah. It feels like we mentioned 8 to 10 teams, right?
I know. It's going to be incredible.
The question is, we didn't mention Tennessee. So VG, has VG thought about his team?
Well, here it is. Like, we're going to unveil his team because he's got
it's an unboxing of the hat. I've been waiting for this.
Oh boy.
And let me think. I got something. I got to know how my boys talk.
Okay. All right.
Ain't nothing finer in the land. Than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. Hey,
baby.
Let's go, Bulldogs.
Wow.
Let's go.
And by the way, I
was hoping you guys weren't mentioning them at all. I was like, please don't even mention them under the radar. Yeah, let's go.
That's good, man. I like it. And Kevin was all over it because it was funny. All these teams, and I forgot Georgia.
They got KJ Bolding. We got Cole, Chris Cole. We're ready to go. Kirby, let's go.
Kirby.
So listen, they're freaking really, really good, man. They got the speed burner from USC, the wide receiver. So
they're not getting any love. Trust me. I was trying to find someone who predicted them to win. Nobody.
No, that's a good call by you.
Perfect example. What was going on with that Texas-Georgia game, and everybody was talking about Texas. Remember in Austin?
Yes.
Georgia was like, Georgia heard all about it, and Kirby that stuff. So, listen, everybody's heard a lot about Texas. You hear a little bit about Bama. You hear a little bit about LSU. And Georgia's coming back, man, with that defense, man. They are pissed off. You are going to have a very nice fall.
Nice. I like it. Me hanging out with Nolan Smith. We watching some games together. Yeah.
Shoot, you wear that hat around the Eagles facility. You've got a bunch of friends. Like, come on. Under Nolan Smith, Keely Ringo, they're all finding you. Jordan Davis, come on now. Howie knows what he's doing.
That's right.
Dude, I wanted to do LSU so bad, but I hate the coach.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the coach.
George is a good one. George is good. George is good. Actually, good call. Good call by you.
I like Brian Kelly, but I also understand that from the outside perspective, you know, especially some of those post-game comments. But I think George is the safest pick right now. If you're riding a wave, right? Not just saying, yeah, I'm going to go Texas or I'm going to go Ohio State, right? I think that's a good pick. Now, I do have a question, VG, especially considering our audience. Why did you not pick Penn State?
I'm not a Penn State fan. I love their fans that watch us, but some of their fans are a little hard to stomach.
I'm rooting Penn State.
Penn State's going to be really good, man. But
I'm going to root Penn State.
I think everybody in that fan base is saying, yeah, it's September. Tell me in November.
Yeah.
Tell me what happens after Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how that builds up.
That's going to be awesome. Oh, I can't wait to watch you this weekend, baby. It's going to be awesome. You are the greatest, brother. And then we get you Thursday doing Sports Center from the link.
Yes.
Football season is here. Thank you, Lord.
I'll hit you up. We'll get together, fellas. All right.
I love you, brother. Thanks,
Be
pal. The great Kevin Negandhi. Oh, wow. That was fun. All right, real quick. Back in the day.
Yes.
Yes, OT. Quick one. Quick one. I like your pick, Georgia.
I thought you were going to hate it.
I love it, actually. It's a great looking hat.
That was part of it. I like the hat.
Great looking hat. Looks great on.
Oh, hey, just by the way, the Eagles announced they're wearing their Kelly Greens. Week 8 versus the Giants. Week 12 at Dallas. Don't like the Kelly Greens on the road.
I love
and
the Kelly Green at Dallas.
Week 18 against the Commanders. That could be a game that doesn't matter in Week 18.
No, but Week 12 against the Cowboys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the Kelly Green should be here for us to see live.
All right, but I love the fact that they're playing against the Cowboys.
All right.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Back in the day with True Mark. Oh yeah!
All right, we got 7 days, right? Let's do a little round of Jaworski. You remember a little walk off overtime 99-yard touchdown pass?
Love it.
The Mike Quick. Let's take a look at it.
Jaworski retreats. He's looking. He fires the football. Complete to Quick. He's going to go. 45-40.
That's a smile right there, man.
45-40. Mike Quick. Touchdown. The Eagles win. Jaworski to Quick. 99
didn't give that up.
The longest pass play in Eagles history.
That was awesome. That's good. That's the appetite. Let's go is right. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'm watching football tonight.
Yeah.
I'll flick into Phillies because I'm hoping for some
it's an early start time, right? 6:30.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some kind of like a little magic at the middle of the month.
Okay.
I'll deal with headaches for the next 2 weeks. Is if I get a little magic on the back end of the month and ride the wave. That's what I'm hoping for.
All right.
Have a great day, everybody. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow, Football Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all silly like the mayor.